Hi guys, okay, so today I'm going to show you how I style my hair like this. It's kind of, well, you'll see what I mean in a minute when I show you the clip of me putting the rollers in, but it's kind of straightened my hair. So this is a great alternative if you don't want to use any heat and you want to add some volume to your hair. I really like my hair full of volume. I've got really thick hair anyway, but I really like it full of volume. I don't really suit my hair completely straight. Big hair is the way forward, I think. Yeah, so like I said, I've not used any heat at all on my hair, so it's really good if you're trying to get your hair in healthier condition. What you'll need for this is a set of velcro rollers. I actually got mine from like the equivalent of a pound shop here in Spain, and I think they were 75 cents for like a pack of 6, so they were really cheap, and I used 3 packs of 6, so I have 18 rollers altogether, but it really depends on the length of your hair, how thick it is, and so on, but on average I probably use about 18 for my whole head. Some people like to straighten their hair and then just use a few maybe up at the top on the top layers, but I really like the effect that it gives me using them all over my hair because it means I don't have to put any heat on my hair at all, so it's really good. You'll also need a brush, and I like these ones that are not plastic, they're kind of bristles, a little bit softer on your hair, and it helps to get your hair really smooth as well, which is important for this if you have frizzy hair. You'll also need some hair grips. These are kind of optional because it does tend to stay in, the roller does tend to stay in a little bit, but I like to put these in when I've got things to do, like cleaning my apartment or doing my washing, something like that, when I've got something that I'll be moving around, so it just helps them stay in securely. And also if you've got frizzy hair like me, you want to pull it really tight and you want to have the rollers in really tight, so you need to be able to secure them in, otherwise it's not going to be as effective. I also put a split end treatment in first and a shine serum, but you can use anything that you've got, any kind of hair treatments that you've got. This is great to do if you are going to a party and you've got things to do at home first. Yeah, I go to university in Liverpool. Those of you that are from Liverpool, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, but you see girls going around Liverpool with a full head of velcro rollers, and they go into Topshop, go to the bank, go and get their nails done to go out on a Friday or a Saturday night, and it's very common to see girls in Liverpool with like these rollers in. Some people hate it, like personally I wouldn't do it, but something about me like admires them because they really don't care. And yeah, in Liverpool it's all about being really glamorous for a Friday and a Saturday night, and yeah, that they're kind of so committed to it that they'll wear them all day. But I only leave mine in for a couple of hours. So anyway, I'm going to stop talking and I will show you how I put them in. See you later. Okay, so this is what my hair looks like before. Yeah, it's kind of unruly. My hair's really odd because if I put a curl spray in, I can get it to go into nice waves. If I just sit with it like this, it goes like a mess like this. Start by tying all of your hair back apart from a small section at the bottom, and if you have a fringe then just clip it in the direction it normally goes in. Just going to take the brush and run it down our hair so that it's really smooth before we start to put the roller in. And take your first roller, do exactly the same thing as you did with the brush before you wind it up. You want to make sure that this is as tight as possible. This is what's going to smooth out the hair. So wind it up, keeping as much tension as you can. Because it's made of Velcro, it will stay in place, but I always secure mine with a clip just so I can get on with things around the house while my hair is straightening. We're going to repeat that on the other side. I'm going to take our next bit of hair, and I usually section this off around about the top of my ears. Because this section is thicker, we're going to split each side into 2. So by the end you should have 4 rollers for this layer. We're going to flick it up again following the exact same steps as before and securing it with a grip. Next we're going to let all the hair at the sides down, but you need to keep all the top section back. The easiest way I can describe this is imagine that you have a Mohican and all the hair that you would have if you have a Mohican needs to be kept up. The rest of the hair we're going to turn under this time, still keeping just as much tension as before, wind them all the way up and then secure them with a grip again. So just keep going, turning the hair under. Remember to keep the tension, that's the most important thing, and don't forget to brush it out with your brush first to make sure it's as smooth as possible. There really is no rule to this section, I just kind of keep turning them under and keep pinning them up until there's no hair left around the sides and I've just got the top section left to do. Okay, so now you're left with the hair on top. It really is kind of the hair that you would have if you had a Mohican. This is obviously a very attractive look for me. What I do is I take a small section at the back and section everything else off at the front, so you're just left with this piece. Then I just do exactly the same routine as I did with every other roller, brush it out first and then roll it up, turning it under, and this time we put it facing the back. There is a little bit of hair left over, but I'll just include that in this section here. So once I've done the first one, again, just take another section, exactly the same thing, brush it and roll it back and just secure it with a clip. So this is what it looks like so far. We're going to do another one going backwards just like the two that we've just done. So we just kind of take another section, comb it and roll it back. This front section here, by putting it backwards, it's really going to give us loads of volume at the top of our hair. So then I just take my fringe and pin it to one side. If you don't have a fringe, obviously you don't need to do this. And the one piece that's left, we're going to split into two sections. So taking the first section, I kind of go backwards but in a diagonal way, just wherever I can fit it in really. It does get difficult at this point because you've got so many rollers and only so much space on your head. And then exactly the same on the other side, just going backwards wherever you can kind of fit it basically. And then the very last thing that I need to do is go under with my fringe, and I obviously seem to be concentrating quite hard at this point, but yeah, we're done now. Okay, so this is what my hair looks like, the rollers in. It's not the most attractive look in the world. I threw out a few bits that I kind of like left dangling. I'm not the neatest at putting these in, and there are plenty of people that do it a different way to how I do it. You see people with them all going sideways or, you know, whatever, but this is the way that works best for my hair and for my hair cut, for my hairstyle, and yeah, this is how it works for me. So you can adapt it. For example, the ones that I did so they were kind of flicked out, you can do them all turned under if you've got longer hair, or it's up to you. I kind of like mine to be not perfectly straight and to have a bit of wave to it, so these random little bits that are left out, there's only two, it doesn't really matter too much. So I'm gonna turn this off now and come back to you when it's done. Okay, so I've taken the rollers out and this is the finished look. As you can see, it's straight but it's got a lot of body. I like to kind of ruffle it up, and you've got like, I don't know, some bits that are flicked out and some bits that are straight, and it's really poofy. So once you've had the rollers out for a while it will drop. But yeah, I hope that was helpful and thanks for watching.